So again, I keep stuffing and stuffing. And again, I'll use the dowel and move it around. Sometimes I use a dowel, sometimes my finger works fine, but I have a pin prick in my one finger and it's a little sore, so I'm going to use the dowel today. And as you can see, it's starting to, and I kind of push with the dowel and push down here at the same time. Push with a dowel, push down in the face at the same time, push towards the seams. Okay, a little bit more stuffing. And usually my stuffing that I work with at one time is about this big, like a fistful. And I'm still going on the outside of the face. If you can see, here's my finger here, right here. And I'm still pushing it down towards the outside of the face, or sometimes I'll push it on the outside of the fabric here. Whichever way I think it needs to go, where I see puckers is where I push it at towards. Okay, and then my dowel again, push it in there. Got my dowel in there, I'm pushing towards the puckers. Sometimes I'll take my finger and go like that with a pucker. Okay, get a little bit more stuffing. Now I'm trying to push towards the seam. If you can see my finger inside, see it moving? I'm pushing my stuffing towards the seam and down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Hold the little tabs open. You can see my finger is right in here on the inside. See it moving? And that's where I'm stuffing. And I'm pushing down towards this area with it. Okay, and then I take my dowel again and I go around, pushing it down. And as you can see, the puckers are almost out. And now I'm in, my dowel is almost in the middle of the head. If you can look down in there, it's towards the middle of the head, middle, going right down the middle, like this way. If you dissected it, it'd be right down the middle. And what I'm trying to do is get it down into the seam, or it's right down in the middle. And what I'm trying to do is get it down into the seam area and push that. And you can see sometimes it pushes fairly easy. And I do it on the inside, right down the center and down the sides. Okay, a little bit more stuffing. And now I start down the center. If you look, I got a hole right here, like almost a hole where my dowel was in the stuffing. It's like the stuffing is all wrapped around and there's this little center hole. So if I put my finger in here, there's stuffing here, here, in the back, here, and down in here. So it's like a little pocket I made in there. And that's where I start pushing this stuffing in. And as you can see, I'm using my finger. And I'm just stuffing it right into that hole. And there's still puckers here on the top. And that's when I get a little tiny bit more. And now I'm working in smaller sections of stuffing. It's not such a big hunk. And I'll go in here and I kind of start pushing it down into the hole. But I also push towards the outside. So I push down straight into the hole and then move my finger and push that way. Sometimes I'll push it down that way too, and it for the most part will end up getting those little puckers out. Okay, now I'm going to do it on the other side. So see, usually I work in handfuls like this. When I get down to the side, I separate it almost into half. And again, I'm going to push down into towards the center and over. I'm hooking my finger. So I'm pushing down and hooking it. Push down and hook. And that's, to me, that's pretty good right now. So now I would fold in my little tabs and stitch the head up. And I'd start stitching. I do the ladder stitch to stitch it up. Sometimes when I push in the tabs, I see that it's not quite right, exactly right. So I just massage it a little bit like this. Oops. With the, bring up a little bit of the, use the dowel and bring up a little bit of the stuffing in the area I want. And another trick I'll do is after I sew this, I'm just going to pretend it's sewed now. I'll take this, if it's not exactly right, I kind of massage it a little bit or knead it like this, like you're making bread. Knead it a little tiny bit. Not real hard. It looks like I'm pushing hard, but I'm really not pushing that hard. And get it how I exactly want it to look. So I hope this helps you.